Hi there, in this video I'm going to be showing you 10 most common problems that are faced by virtual DJ users, especially in 2026, and how to fix them. My name is Sam and it's been a while. I hope you're well. Please take a cup of water and then let's get going. Now, a disclaimer here, I don't mean the problems are actually mostly problems with the software itself or from the developers. These guys really do a good job, but this might be user problems like challenges and experience issues. So let's get right into it. The number one problem is you have no sound completely. Maybe you're in the middle of your mix and then suddenly you don't have any sound completely. Now, what I really want you to do is you have to check your audio setup. We're going to start by going into Virtual DJ under configurations right here. And then already we are in audio. This is what I mean here. So right here, if you don't hear any sound, you have to make sure you eliminate any input. Let's imagine you had some input here. Just to avoid, this doesn't help, but just to avoid any conflicts, you just eliminate that. And then you make sure your master is set to the right device. As for my case, I'm using the V8 sound card. So if I was set to something else that doesn't exist actually in my connection right now, I wouldn't be hearing any sound completely. So you have to make sure you are connected to the right sound card. Yours might be a different thing. If you don't mind, you can actually always pick sound especially directly from your PC, which is this Realtek high definition audio. I would do that for my case, and then I make sure my headphones here are the ones that come to the sound card. So that's the first thing that you want to do. Also, in case you don't have a sound card, if you're connected to a controller, you make sure you select the right controller device. Some controller actually come with their drivers, so that would also appear here as well among these things if you really pick them. And then if your sound card is the one failing, then you need to install SEO for all. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, and I also covered some of these things already in my past videos, so I'm just giving you updates on how they might work. So that is if you don't have sound completely. Another problem here with the no sound output that we need to really fix is the laptop is playing sound, but then Virtual DJ is not playing sound. Now you need to check the volume mixer of your Windows setting, like of your PC itself. Now what I mean is when I come down here on this volume icon here, I'm going to right click on it and then come to volume mixer, open volume mixer, right? So if Virtual DJ is open, you can actually see it's going to appear here. So right now you're going to see the apps that I have that are using my volumes on the Windows itself. So you make sure these of Virtual DJ, when you come to this drop down menu here, you make sure it is set to default or actually to the sound that you want. So for example, I'm going to set this to my master output. Like this is what my master is picking sound from. So I set it to V8. That is for the output. The input here doesn't matter so much. Maybe if you need the microphone as well to come through, then you set that as well. But it's a good idea to always keep it default so that anything you change on Windows is what Virtual DJ picks up and uses. That would actually help you solve your problem as well. The third problem that we have is the Windows sound conflict. Now I don't have a way to show you this on Windows 11, but on Windows 10 you need to turn off what is called allow applications to take exclusive control. I'm going to leave a link on the description of this video so you can read through how to turn that off. And as a DJ also, it's a good idea to always turn off all the other sounds, like you need to turn off the notifications because you have those WhatsApp calls coming up in your mix and you have other things happening, so you just search for notifications and you just turn off everything for your Windows. The next problem that we are going to solve is something to do with crackling sound or distortion in your sound. Now this here tells you that the buffer size is actually maybe too low, so you need to increase that a little bit. Yeah, or sometimes it's an issue with latency also as well, but buffer size is always a thing. So you can't find buffer in Virtual DJ settings itself here. Even if you search, you can't find it. But in the case that you are using, let's say SEO for all, like this, if it is what you're using, then you will find audio setup. But even if you're not using that, if you already have your sound card, you can still route it to the SEO here so that you can increase the buffer size. Now, for example, I use V8 sound card. You saw it before. I'm going to now select SEO for all right here. And then I come to the setup, right? So in the SEO setup here, you can see still I have my sound card here, V8. So I can decide to use the V8 sound card through this SEO for all. So I'll just have to turn it on like this. That is going to become my master. If I select it here as the master, actually, that's what I mean. That is going to become my master output. Right here it says SEO for all, but in real sense it is V8. So if you're getting crackling sound and you already have your V8 sound card here selected and turned on, then you just increase the buffer size, but of course you don't have to overdo it. So in this case, I will have solved the problem with my sound crackling or getting distorted. Yes, so that is it. If that is not enough, you are going to come to your options, and then also you need to disable what is called ultra latency. Let's just type here ultra. You're going to find here ultra latency, and Virtual DJ actually tells us here, set it to yes to minimize latency when using SEO sound drivers by writing audio before the safe recommended point. If you hear some cracks in SEO, try to turn this off. So you just turn this to no. That as well will solve your problem. Other than that, if all this is well, the way we have directed you here and you still hear distortions, then I'll have to look into that later. Next up is another problem is you have clipping sound or red levels. Now this here, you need to just lower the gain of your sound. This is it. I'm not going to demonstrate this because of like copyright issues, but yes, you need to lower these gains. And if you do, but still the sound is distorted, and then you also have to lower the gain of the master output. We can't see it here, but you have it on your controller. But if you don't have a controller, then you have to come to skin layout. I'm going to use Pro. I think we can access the master. Yes, it's here. So here now we have the master output. You can just eliminate that, reduce it a little bit until you are satisfied. The next problem is the mic sounds distorted. As we are still here under master, you have the mic on. Let me just make sure I turn on the mic here. I just need an input. It's going to be V8 still. So I'm going to turn on the mic right here. If the mic sounds distorted, of course, you have to just simply reduce its level, its volume, right? To something reasonable. You also have this already on your controllers. If you're using a controller, you don't need to come actually in here to do it. So you have to just do that. Also, you need to, if this is what you did and still the mic sounds distorted, then you have to lower the level of the mic itself on the Windows setting. We're going to right click on this sound icon and then go to sound settings. And so when we come down here, you see everything. Now you see the volume of the mic here, and you can tell that I'm speaking at this level. That sounds too low. But yes, if you're shouting and you're mixing and you're finding distortions in your mic, you just lower this a little bit. Combined with what we just did in Virtual DJ itself, then you are going to be good to go. That will help solve your problem. Next up, this is a big one here, like when the stems sound like trash. The stems sound like trash. Now this is a major problem, especially for those DJs that don't have good graphics cards in Virtual DJ. So what you will have to do here is we have to come to the configurations and we'll have to come to options. Now, while we are here, let's just type in stems. Now, we will need to lower some parameters here and the controls. I'm only going to talk about these two last ones, but you can lower actually all of these, but you don't need to overdo it. You need to reduce stems bleed only vocal. You can actually put it at 0 for what is called strict separation. Strict separation means it's going to isolate better, but it might also remove some vocal frequencies, so you might need to put it at some lower value, not just 0. The same you do to this, lower it. If you really need it to be very strict, put it at 0. You can actually read it down below. It says control how much the fast stem separation algorithm will allow bleeding when isolating instruments. 0% means strict separation and blah blah blah. So that's what they tell you. So you just need to play with this. If you're interested in all of this, just lower them, but you don't need to overdo it. If it doesn't make sense to you, please put them at the point. Keep on tweaking them at the points that you like as you preview your sound, not during a mix, but at your free time until you're satisfied with your parameters, and then keep them up there where they are. That's going to be your favorite settings. I hope that is going to improve your stems quality. Other than that, you still need to buy some graphics card for this. The next set of problems that we are going to fix is with the cues and headphones. Now, the first one under this is headphones are not working. If the headphones are not working, definitely your sound routing is bad. You just need to come to audio right here and make sure your headphones are set to the right device. Now, if your headphones are set to V8 like here, and then accidentally you have directly plugged your headphones to your PC, not the sound card itself, then you don't expect sound to come to your headphones. Make sure it is the correct device connected to the headphones, and which is what is actually corresponding here inside of Virtual DJ itself. The crossfader is not working. Now what I mean in this case is there's no way the crossfader in Virtual DJ can fail to work. But what I mean here is you are crossfading to this side and still you're hearing the other sound the other side, right? I don't know how to demonstrate this. Let me just try to play this and I show you how. Now, as you saw, the sound is playing on deck 1, but even if the crossfader is at 100%, still you can hear deck 1. This is a problem and we have to fix it. Now, it's a problem not with the software itself, but with you, the user. Now, this means if you check in your audio settings here, this means your headphones is what you're connecting to your speakers, right? Remember, my headphones are connected to the V8, and then accidentally I have connected that very V8 to my speakers, not just the headphones. This is what is going to happen exactly, because now you're treating your master speakers as headphones. So why not? They would face that very problem with the crossfader itself. And also, please make sure your speakers are set to the master, not just headphones. Please do master and make sure you set this to the right thing. So you connect your speakers to that device and then your headphones separately will now come to the V8 if that was the issue with me. Another problem also that I really want you to think about, this is mine personally, I always face it a lot. For some sound cards, not every sound card is self-powered, but I'm using a V8 sound card that is self-powered. Sometimes it just goes off. This is because it's running out of service. You've taken years, maybe its battery is dying. And if you're using it as your master, sometimes it goes off. You just need to turn it off. Like you just need to turn it on. So if it keeps happening in the middle of the mix, you just make sure it's mechanically well. You need to make sure your sound card is healthy. Or to avoid that, just make sure you connect the output, the master output, your speakers to the laptop itself directly, and then you use the sound card as your preview. Although the sound card always has better quality sound, of course. You already know that. Yes, that is it. That is the problem with the sound. The bonus problem here is you don't have the talk over. Now that's what makes you sound like a pro DJ. You're trying to talk over the mic. Your mic is conflicting with your mix. You always need to like talk over, like mute the volume a bit. Now the V8 sound card offers me this feature. I just need to do that. Most controllers as well have that. Most sound cards do have that feature, so you don't need to do anything inside Virtual DJ. But for you who doesn't have a sound card or anything like that, then you need to like manually map it. You don't have any setting that says talk over, right? So we need to come to controllers. We're going to assign a key responsible for that. Let me just put O and type in mic talk over, right? Mic talk over. That's it. Simply. So when you save that, each time you press on O, it's going to allow you talk over your mic. It does that, right? It does that. Right now, the way it is, if I just press one, it comes down. I need to press again to take it back up. Press and talk, press again to go back up. So let me just try to tweak it a bit. Let me just come here and then say, oh, mic talk over. Let's say while pressed. You can tweak it your way while underscore pressed. Like that. So when you save it, I need to press O once. If I leave, it goes back. So I press O, I say everything I want to say over the mix. When I release, it goes back up. So that is it. Other than that, you please make sure you check your connections, your mechanical issues. Talk to your sound engineer, check your cables, check your speakers are working, check your mixer. any other problem outside this, which is to do with sound, outside the virtual DJ, might be a mechanical problem with your equipment itself. Otherwise, if you're facing any other challenges, please make sure you leave a comment down below. I'll be ready to answer you in other videos. I have more videos coming. This was to do with sound. Next up, we'll be seeing how to solve problems with virtual DJ not opening or crashing in the middle of your mix. Hope this was helpful. Leave a like, leave a comment, do subscribe. I remain Kesam, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.